Hey everybody, so I've got a couple of Dollar Tree hauls, one from last week and then one that I got today. So I'm just going to jump in. I don't even remember exactly what I bought last week. Oh, I do know that last week I did buy from the frozen section the chicken dumplings. I splurged and got those to try, and I haven't even tried them yet. And then also the spring rolls. So last week I went to a location that I don't normally go to that frequently, just because the parking situation is close to me, but the parking situation is just kind of like nerve-wracking. But the Dollar Tree I normally go to, the last month or so, I didn't even go to it in January. Like after Christmas, from like January or early February, I didn't even go to Dollar Tree, I don't think. But anyway, the one that I normally go to, that's the closest one to me, their selection has been awful. Like the shelves have been so bare, and the freezer cases have been empty. Like they totally had them emptied out. So I don't know, I have a feeling, like I've heard things about Dollar Trees starting to close down or bankruptcy or something, so I feel like that Dollar Tree might be closing down soon because it's not good. It's not looking good. So I went to the other one close to me, and again, parking situation, but they had a lot more stuff. They were kind of bare, they were kind of out of stuff. I remember there's certain things I was looking for and I couldn't find them there. But anyway, let me go ahead and show what I got from that one. So, okay, I got this little pair of socks, well, 2 pairs of socks. I don't normally get socks at Dollar Tree just because, like, I'm kind of picky, or I thought I was picky, because socks, you know, it's better to have cotton socks. But and then I ended up inheriting a bunch of my mom's socks, which were in good shape, so I've just been wearing her old socks. And I got cat hair all around my mouth. You cannot inhale in my house without getting cat hair just in your mouth. It's insane. I don't understand why there's so much cat hair. I know I've got a lot of cats now, but still, the amount of cat hair is insane. Anyway, but yeah, a lot of those socks have become worn out. So I'm finding that finding cotton socks is kind of difficult. So I got these. Spoiler alert, I got some today too. So I'm like, oh hey, I forgot that I got these. But yeah, so we got those. We got I bought 2 packs of these envelopes. I need to stock up on a bunch of envelopes. I don't know. I'm contemplating, but I think I'll go into that into a future video. Like, hold off on talking about that until a future video. But for those who are in the know, seeing what I got, if you know, you know. I know that's like the most obnoxious phrase to say, but if you know, you know. Oh, I got these makeup remover wipes. Yeah, towelette things. I needed some of these so bad because like all my other ones seem to dry out, and I haven't seen any like makeup remover ones in a long time. They've had a lot of the ones that are supposed to be like to help wash your face, but not specifically for makeup removal, so I probably should have grabbed another pack, but I'm hoping that maybe that'll be something that's available mostly at that Dollar Tree on a regular basis. I don't know. Again, my Dollar Tree has been lacking greatly lately, from what I can tell. They had these. They're just the little rhinestone gems. They're the little, like the diamondettes. Like they're like not the flat back rhinestones, but the ones that actually have like the little pointed back, the little, what do they call them? In Swarovski, they have a specific name for them, and I'm blanking on what they're called. I don't know if the detail's gonna pick up. By the way, I'm using my little selfie ring light. I don't know if that's helping with the lighting or not. But anyway, so where they have like the little pointed, oh gosh, why can I not think of, can y'all even see that? Like my hand looks washed out on the screen. I'm trying to show. Anyway, it's got the little pointed back, that's silver, like silver fold. And these are just like acrylic rhinestones. Nothing fancy, but they're pink. I don't know if I said that or not, but they're pink rhinestones. I'm really hoping that's showing up. But they had this whole jar of them, and they had what looked like a jar of, or what had been a jar of clear ones, because they were all like scattered. They were like in a little cardboard display, but the little clear ones were like scattered all about with no jar. So I guess somebody had found the little jar and dumped out. But they had some pink ones and they had some blue ones, so I got the pink ones. And it feels like it's a little glass jar, like it's like one of those little candy jar display sort of things. So I don't know, personally, I don't care for acrylic rhinestones, but I don't know, maybe I can incorporate them into my dollhouse projects or make little whimsical little crafty things. I don't know. I couldn't resist. Ooh. I haven't bought any of these in a long time. It's the two LA Colors lip glosses. One is in Paradise Pink and the other is in Coral Crush. And it's strange, like I haven't even seen any LA Color lip glosses in forever. Like a lot of the Dollar Trees, well, the ones I've been to around here, haven't had any LA Color products in a long time. They've always had like the little other like off-brand stuff, but it seems like they're picking up. Like the one that I went to last week had quite a selection. And like, it looks like they brought back a lot of their older little palette things, like those little trio palettes and a few other things, mascaras, which I think are junk from, anyway. But then the one I went to today had a bigger selection, so, yeah. And plus, the LA Color lip glosses I've had in the past are all like glittery and shimmery, which I love. But it's like every lip gloss I have, or most every lip gloss I have, is glittery or shimmery. And so I'm like, I kind of want some that are not. Because, you know, as much as I love the glitter and shimmer, it's like after, like a lot of times when you go somewhere and you're wearing one of them and they kind of dry off. And if you don't have a chance to reapply it at that moment, then the glitter gets kind of gritty. And it's kind of like you start inhaling it. Or it starts getting in your mouth and then like it's in your throat, and it makes me choke. I know somehow I wind up inhaling it and it makes me choke. So, got those. I just have to have a long explanation for everything. Okay, oh, and then final. So, I got 3 of these Ioni Everlasting Lash Glue Liner Pens. Now, I had bought one of these last month at my usual Dollar Tree, and at the time I bought one, they had like literally like over 100, because you know they had them all stacked up on the pegs, and I know they had at least 10 pegs just loaded down with like 10 plus on each peg, so I know they had over 100. And so I bought one, tried it, liked it, and then my friends took me on like a birthday overnight trip downtown. Like one of my friends, she actually got us a hotel, which is phenomenal. But anyway, we got, you know, dolled up to go out, and I used this on her. She got her some fake lashes, and I was like, oh, I got the perfect thing for those. And so initially I had wanted to go and buy some more of these since that Dollar Tree had so many, but when I went back, sold out. So I found them at this other Dollar Tree. So I was like, these were the last 3. I felt bad for grabbing the last 3, but at the same time I'm like, whatever. So I got another one for myself, and I got 2 for my friends. Hopefully I'll see them sometime soonish. In case they want them, you know, they may not want them, but in case they do, because I think it's a great product. Personally, I think it's a phenomenal product. You know, because like in the old video, I had bought the I forgot what brand it was. One of the big eyelash brands had the magnetic liner with the magnetic lashes, which that's great. Like, I love that, but what scares me about that is that magnetic liner has, I forgot what it is. It's some kind of like the mineral in it is, I want to say it's some kind of oxide. Again, I can't, like iron oxide or something. I don't know. But anyway, upon research, like, I was like, okay, for everything that's good, usually there's some kind of downside to it. I haven't really found, the only downside I found to these is that some people feel like they don't, that this doesn't hold up, but my experience, it holds up pretty good. But anyway, but the downside to those magnetic liner ones is that if it gets into your eye, like some people are saying that it got into their eye and it caused like an infection, or like, because like when it combines, you know how your eye is like watery, moist and all that, that it can have a chemical reaction and get down into your eye, and just, it's bad. It's bad news. So, and what scares me about like wearing the liner is not so much wearing it, you know, once you apply it, which that's where the danger could be, is applying it, or what scares me is the removal, because you know sometimes like when you're removing it, sometimes it gets like under your lid and into your, that's what scares me about that. So I feel like this might be a safer option. As far as I know, this sounds like a safer option, and it's easier and it's more compatible. Like, it's compatible with way more lashes. So that's my little spiel about that, and that's why I got these. Sharing is caring. I don't know. So let me, now that I've gone through all that, I can start putting it where everything belongs. Now let's jump into the Dollar Tree haul from today. So I went to the old Dollar Tree that I used to go to all the time, the one like that's actually in Antioch, and it was the one I used to go to all the freaking time. Like, that was my main Dollar Tree, because that is like the best Dollar Tree in the area. It's like the oldest Dollar Tree in the area, but it's like the best Dollar Tree, because even though like when I first went there, like starting out the shelves were kind of bare, but as I went along, stuff was more stock. It looked like they were trying to stock stuff today. But they have so much more variety. Like, then even the second Dollar Tree, they have way more variety, which they've always had more variety. It's like each Dollar Tree has its, you know, pros and cons. So, plus the previous $2, the one from today and the one from the last time, like their freezer cases, refrigerated cases were fully stocked for the most part, but they're still like, they're still missing stuff that I wanted to get. But yeah, anyway, did I buy anything from, no, I was about to buy something from the freezer. I was about to get some of that, smoked sausage, was it, you know, like the Polish sausage or the smoked sausage. And I like the spicy kind, but they didn't have the spicy kind, so I ended up not getting it. And I was thinking, oh yeah, and then like their normal like raw sausage, I was looking for that, but I couldn't find that, so I was like, eh. So I think that's another reason why I was like, well, never mind, I'm not just gonna buy one freezer item today. I'll just wait, hold off. It looked like they had an abundance of it, so maybe next time if I need some, I'll go back to that location. Yeah, I won't go into that whole other thing of like this whole other story, but we're not going to branch off into it. So let's just get into this Dollar Tree haul. I don't know if you can see, but behind me I got the little Toucans. She is stuck around for this video. Alright, so 3 more boxes of envelopes. Again, if you know, you know. Or if you can figure out, you'll understand. I got a box of Kleenex, tissues, whatever, Scotties. Always use those. I got a pack of blue ink pens. I wish they had black ink pens, but there's not a black ink pen to be bought in that store today, which is extremely unusual. I think the other stores probably had the black ink in stock the last time I checked, and I wish I had thought to grab some then, but no. So, I don't need these quite as much as I need black ink, but I figured while I could find them, might as well stock up. So, I should have plenty of blue ink pens for a long time if they don't dry out. That's my problem. Like, I'll buy packs of ink pens and then like I'll put them aside, and then like a few years later I'll go to use them. Yes, a few years later, and they are dried up. or they won't write. And even if you know, do that trick where you like try to draw on your shoe or like scribble a bunch on paper and cardboard and all different surfaces, I don't understand it, because used to, back in the day, I know my mom would buy boxes and packs of black ink pens or whatever pens, you know, just like little cheapy pens, and we'd be using them for like over a decade, no problem. And now, like the past, I don't know, past few years, well, ever since she died, it's like every pack of pens I buy, like, I'll take, already choking, I'll take one out and use it. It'll be good for about a year. I mean, I don't know how long pens usually last for people, but I can make one last for about a year using it on a frequent basis. And then when I'll go to like, when I need a new one, or I'll go and get one to throw in my purse, won't work. So I'll get another one, won't work, and just irritating. Like, I don't know. Anyway, that's my rant about pens. Oh, and then I got 2 packs of these blank white paper 4x6 again. If you know, you know. And I found some note cards, some blank 4x6 note cards at Walmart, which 100 note cards, $1.58. Just so we all can remember this. Maybe I'll come back and reference this one if I think about it, if I need to know. But these 100 sheets of this, $1.25. So I got 2. And then got some Colgate Cavity Protection toothpaste. Funny thing is, they had the normal size box, and then the shelf above had this that had the 25% more to it. So obviously, you know, it's something I remember hearing, and I even encountered this. Oh, my nose itches. People were talking about how Dollar Tree was raising its prices again. There's talk that Dollar Tree was going to go back down to $1, which it brought some of the items down to $1. But then, instead, they were going to raise prices from, like, they were going to have typical $1.25, they were going to have $1.50, $1.75, and then I think like $2 and like $2.50 or something like that. And I did encounter at my other location last month, one item, I think it was something that my dad had got, came up as $1.50. Like on the shelf it shown like it was like a bread, like where they have the bread and stuff like that, like the donuts, all that mess. $1.50. So we were expecting to pay $1.50 for all those items, and it turned out they were all $1.25 except one item was $1.50. And then the last couple of times I've been to Dollar Tree, I've noticed everything is still $1.25. Like even the bread stuff is still $1.25. So we're having a cat fight. No, we're not. Never mind. So I guess Tuki wants to leave now. I swear I had plans for this video to go a lot smoother than it has. It's like, this time we're going to make this video smoother. It's not going smooth. But so far everything is still coming up $1.25. So I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. But that toothpaste just made me think about it because, like, you know, with the increasing and fluctuating prices, it's, I don't know, it's still funny that everything is not, I don't know. And there goes Tuki. Okay, I think she's away from the tripod now. Doesn't mean another cat's not going to come in here and jump through it or knock it or over or whatever. Anyway. Next bag. So here's the socks that I bought today. This is just one pair. No, 2 pairs. 2 pairs. Okay, cool. The funny thing is, these are actually, they actually are partially cotton. Like the other ones were I think the other ones were primarily polyester. Let's see. Does it say? I'm sure it said it somewhere. Was it like 96% polyester, 3% spandex, 1% other fiber. Okay. But these, say that they are, looks like 54% cotton, 44% polyester, and 2% spandex. Then they also had diabetic socks, which were like 56% cotton. So, since these were like half cotton, I grabbed them, but they feel really rough. Like, they almost feel crunchy. But hopefully, like, after washing them, they'll kind of lose that. Like, they really feel synthetic. Like, they feel really like that old school synthetic, like acrylic like feel to them. But I mean, they claim to be 54% cotton, so I don't know. It says more spandex for retained shape, like whatever. Added spandex for a better fit. I mean, what, again, whatever. Hey, yeah, so, okay, and then I got, a little sanding block for my dollhouse stuff. It's one of those ones that has, like, the plastic grip to it. It's just, like, one of those basic sand blocks. But since these little sand blocks wear down so fast, I was thinking about, like, taking some sandpaper that I also got from Dollar Tree, like the sheets of sandpaper, and like gluing around one of mine that's worn down. But I thought like having this handle would be nice, because sometimes it's hard to get a good grip on it, especially if you're like doing a long surface. Yeah, so nice. And then I got these I could have sworn the last time I went to Dollar Tree I bought a bunch of lashes. Like when I couldn't find the lash glue, I could have sworn. Huh. Did I lose a bag? Okay, I know I bought a bunch of lashes. Now that memory's been triggered. Okay, anyway. No, wait, that was from the time. Okay, anyway, that was a totally different time. Not the last time. Anyway, I know I bought a bunch of lashes, but a bunch of Ioni lashes, but today they just had two at this one that I went to, like 2 different kinds. So I just bought these that are the natural light doll lash. So coming through. And then these little, what do they call these? Well, they call them individual lash extensions, but to me they're like clusters, more so than the individual lash. But funny story, another long story. Once upon a time we had a neighbor who lived next door, and she had a daughter who was about my age, but this neighbor, she was very much into like well, beauty. I was trying to think of a better way to phrase it, but she was very much into beauty. And like when she moved out, I don't remember her situation. She'd been divorced. Shoot, I've been talking for way longer than I realized. But anyway, so after she moved out next door, she moved to a big house in Brentwood, like a big expensive house in Brentwood. It was like a new house that had just been built, I think, or it had recently been built within the couple of years that she'd moved into it. But she was definitely a bougie type of gal. She always had her hair done, you know, like, and she had her own tanning bed. But when she was living next door, you know, she's really into makeup, expensive perfume, fashion, you know, the best clothes, always well dressed. She was basically like a real life Barbie doll. Her daughter, she didn't even have full custody of her daughter. She had like a baby, but then her daughter, like her ex-husband had, I guess, had, what do they call it, like primary custody of her daughter. But I forgot where I was going with that, with the whole daughter. I guess because her daughter, she always like made up her daughter, but one day, I guess it was because one evening she like brought over a set of like lashes, like the individual lashes, but they weren't like these. There's quite a few lashes clustered together, like, you know, group clustered, but she brought over some that were just like little individual ones and the eyelash glue to give to me. I guess she'd got them for her daughter or something, but since her daughter wasn't around, she gave them to me to play with. So at 7, and my mom was like, whatever, that's fine, cool, you know, she can play with them. So at 7, I learned to apply those little cluster lashes, and then I had like some long lashes too, but it was primarily those little individual lashes. I said cluster lashes, but individual lashes. So I haven't messed with these since then, so that should be interesting. Why did I even tell that story? Okay, and then finally, we're on our last little bit. I got some of these fudge striped shortbread cookies. I've been really into these lately. Like, I've been buying them from Aldi's, and at Aldi's they're like $2.09. So I'm hoping that these are decent, because I think like the Keebler Elf version of them, they're like $3.50 or something. So usually cookies from Dollar Tree are good, for the most part. There are some that are kind of like ick, but for the most part, they're good. They had this Mahatma Chipotle jasmine rice. So I love the white jasmine rice, which finally I bought 2 packs of those. But you know, I've said it before, I like to fix these. These are microwavable. So I like to microwave them and then like throw in butter, Slap Your Mama seasoning. It's made by the people who make the authentic sriracha sauce. Well, I call it the authentic sriracha sauce. But it's in like a little jar. I never think of what it's called. It's like some kind of like chili paste, I think. A little bit of that, because that's super spicy. Like, that's, I mean, I can handle hot stuff, but that has a lot of kick to it. And then of course sriracha. Like, I like to drown it in sriracha. So so good. And I've also said before, I'm not really a rice person, but with that combination, any kind of like spicy, like tasty spicy rice gets me. So anyway, that's my recent Dollar Tree haulage. So that went on way longer than it should have, but we've made it to the end. So I hope everybody's doing well, and thank you for watching.